Well, it's not going to be easy because we have some history together, but today I can say bye bye Intel and welcome to my new friend. It's going to be an AMD system, and the motherboard arrived today. Motherboard solid one from ASUS, and we are waiting for the 9800X3D to see the performance, and I'm pretty sure it's quite solid. There are very good signals from everywhere in regards to that CPU. So this is the future, I think. I'll talk a little bit about my experience with Intel. I've been using Intel for the last, let's say, 2 years, 20 years. I think my first Intel was Pentium Northwood 2.4 gigahertz. Back in, I don't know, 2004, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, something like that. And of course, over the years, some other things happened in my life, and I wasn't that much into, gaming or computers. But I always had like a computer in the background somewhere, and it always been Intel. And whenever I game something, it was on the Intel CPU and NVIDIA GPU. And yes, I'm sticking with NVIDIA. Of course, there's nothing best. I always knew that AMD, at least for the last 10-15 years, AMD was the, let's say, the more affordable and more the CPU that gave you more for the money, basically. But because I always wanted like the best, I was willing to pay for the performance. Now, with all of the troubles that Intel had lately, and let's say in the last 3 years or 4 years, I've decided to make this change because, if you follow this channel, you can see in my posts that I actually ordered the Ultra 9 285K, whatever the name is, before any like performance reviews and this kind of stuff. And I've got the same motherboard, but for the Intel, and I was ready with everything to do the upgrade. Because the CPU that I'm using now is a 12900K, quite solid CPU, and I was afraid to buy a 13 or 14's CPU because of all the issues that happened with that one, with those ones in particular. And I said, okay, I'm gonna wait and buy the new generation, because either way is gonna worth it for me. The jump from 12900K to this new series is gonna be a good lift up. But when I saw the performance reviews, and when I've realized, hold up, Intel doesn't offer any support for like future CPUs on that platform. So you have to buy a new motherboard that probably is not going to work with, let's say, 385 Intel CPU in a year or so, a year and a half. So your motherboard ain't gonna be any good. Plus, they are starting to appear all these comments from reviewers that you actually need a different kind of RAM to be able to like squeeze some more performance from this new chip from Intel. So new motherboard, new RAM, plus the crazy price that 285K has. So it kind of, but the performance, it was the thing that, the straw that broke the camel's back. So I said, you know what, comparing with what AMD is offering, and only by looking at the performance that 7800 X3D has compared to everything else on the market, is just insane. Plus the motherboard survivability in time, let's say. So this AMD guarantees the validity of this board until 2027. So basically what they are saying is we're gonna release CPUs that will be compatible with this board until 2027. So that means another 2 good years until eventually AMD changes the socket and we're gonna move towards something else. So because on this channel we are, we are gaming, and we want the best for, for displays. There's not gonna be anything better than an AMD system that's gonna be paired with a 5090, because that's the plan for January. So I'm not saying 100% I'm gonna buy it, because if Nvidia is like crazy on the price tag and we're gonna see a $3,000 GPU, sorry, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm gonna use my 4090 and that's it. But yeah, that's the plan, to do like the best AMD and gaming system out there. And I had a great run with Intel over the year. I've enjoyed being like a blue team member for a very long time, and I got caught up and sucked up in this blue team, red team, green team thing. So now, because I've even started investing in AMD stocks, I said it's a good idea to just try something else, because if you look at it, the grass is very, very green on the other side. So in Intel side, the grass kind of turned blue. Even the grass turned blue. And AMD is doing an amazing job. Great ideas and great performance all over the board. And don't get me wrong, I still think Intel has like huge capabilities, but I see them more focused now on developing capabilities to produce chips for the big industry. And you can see something is missing there, and they are no longer focused on the small consumer, on like the basic consumer. So I'm pretty sure the company will be a powerhouse in terms of foundries and chip capabilities, and I'm pretty sure they will surpass TSMC in chip production for everyone. I just want to remind you that Nvidia actually signed a contract that gives Intel priority for Intel to basically manufacture their chips in the future. I think when they will have their first foundries up and running, Intel will produce the next generation, not this one, not H200, but the next one. I forgot the name. It will be produced by Intel with their new technology and the new foundries and all that. So Nvidia knows what Intel will become in let's say 2 years time. And yeah, so I would say, as I was saying, it's been a fun run. But if you really want a gaming system, I would say wait until the 7th of November launch and do exactly what I'm gonna do. Don't waste your money on the Intel, on the new generation from Intel. It's a way too big a hustle, and it's not really worth it. You just want something that will work out of the box, and that's how it was with Intel for many years. But now lately we had problems with the mount, with the cooler mount, when the thing was not aligned perfectly, and you had thermal throttling and heating problems. Then 13 and 14 problems with the chip degradation, and CPUs basically dying before their term, and the incapabilities of Intel to solve that issue in a timely manner, or to replace the chips, or so. And now, as I said, the performance issues with the new generation, and already issues are starting to come out, like BIOS issues, performance drops, like massive performance drops. I was looking at the charts, and 285 is a little bit better in gaming than the 12900K, the CPU that I have now. So Intel puts me in like in an impossible situation where, you know, they want me to pay more, much more, just to have the same performance that I have right now, maybe less. So I said no. So we're going with this one. So let's open a little bit the box and see what we're gonna have here. All right, so the box, and because it's very hard for me to like hold the phone and you know, do the unboxing, the motherboard is right here, and let me tell you, it's just beautiful. You have that feeling of really good components everywhere, all over the board. And this thing here, this is very cool. This is the first time when I see something like that. And my god, everything is so solid. It's like granite. Ooh, that's nice. What the hell is this? Push. Okay. Oh, okay, it comes out. Holy shit, but this is like a super thick. Probably I'm gonna put my, ooh, that's nice. I'm gonna put my Windows SSD here. That's sick. And behind this one is another SSD place. Oh damn, AMD, you coming home, baby. So yeah, this looks sick. This looks absolutely sick. Super heavy and very good quality components. We already have the DDR5, so yeah, good. Let's go back.